Yo, yo, yo! This is the video on loops. These are the most frustrating pieces to build in the entire process. It's a little bit slow and annoying and repetitive. You might even say you'll be a bit loopy by the end. Ha ha ha. Anyway, on this page, there are 4 loops. So just like with the turns, you're gonna cut along the black line here. Do not cut along the dotted lines because that's where you do your pen, just like on beams and columns. So you're gonna cut all the way down the line, just along this thin line, also along this one, and this one. All right, make sure you go all the way down. I'm gonna pause the video and do that. You should too. And here we are. One paper turned into 4 loops. So they're all exactly the same. So go ahead and put 3 to the side, maybe give one to your partner, doesn't matter. And this will become a loop. The first thing you're gonna do with this page is just like on beams and columns, you're gonna draw a hard line on that dotted black line. There's 1, and there's 2. After you've drawn that line, you're gonna take your scissors again, and you are going to cut along every one of these solid black lines. Not the gray lines, the solid ones. Just kidding, I'm so sorry. Fold back first. That is important. You need to fold back first. Otherwise, your life will be miserable. Please fold back first. Sorry, I made that mistake. Okay. So now that you've folded it, you can cut along these vertical black lines. Not the gray parts, the vertical black parts. So there's 1. There's 2. You can tell this is gonna get annoying real quick, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna pause. You should pause and do all of those pieces on both sides. Don't forget the back side. All right. Quick tip here. If you cut and you hold it right next to the scissors like this, that's fine, but you gotta move your hand each time. So I would actually cut from the outside here. That way it's faster. You don't have to move your hand every single time. So that's one side. So this is after I finished cutting, and as you can see, this is gonna get a little bit loopy because it's gonna curve around into the shape of a loop. And if you notice, once it's in the loop shape, those little gray sections here have mostly disappeared. So you can probably guess what your step is going to be the next step is. The next step is going to be to cover up each of those gray pieces and tape. I do not suggest making a loop shape first. Do not make the loop shape first and then tape it. Instead, you're going to take this little flap here, cover up all the gray, and put a little piece of tape there. Like that. Make sure that your walls are vertical. I forgot this is important. Make sure all the walls are vertical first. Okay, so yeah, you put a little piece of tape there, and before you move on to the next one, you should flip it over and do the same on the back side. So it's gonna be a lot of flipping and taping. As you can see, it's repetitive. Then you can flip it again, cover up the next gray section, tape it. And as you tape, make sure that your wall stays nice and vertical. Okay, it shouldn't be like falling out to the side like that. Then you flip it, cover up the gray again. Isn't that great? And tape it. Hope you're getting my puns. And then you do it again. I'm gonna pause and keep on going. All right, here's the finished product. This is the loop, and I made some tiny mistakes here. If you look, like I didn't cover up all the gray dots. That's fine. Like these ones I covered up, or some of this one I covered up too much, and so it cancels out. It works out. Doesn't have to be perfect as long as every piece has tape. And once you get to like this point here, it's gonna start crossing over. So make sure you let one side come to the other side, right? Because it's a loop, so it's got to go on one side and not the other. Now, when you attach this to your coaster, be careful here because there's all these flaps on the inside. The marble has to go this direction because of these flaps. If the marble came this way, it's going to hit all those flaps and slow down. So make sure your marble goes along in the direction of the flaps. That's all. On to the next one.